Now in our pregame interview with Coach Hiltz, the head coach for the Garden City College Bronkbuster Volleyball Squad. And Coach, heading into your second home game of the season and playing Hutch, a team that you guys faced about 2 weeks ago on their turf, and definitely a game that you didn't expect to go in that direction. Just talk about, I guess, coming into this week, you guys had some unwanted challenges, COVID protocols, taking about a week off. Just talk about what was some of the preparation coming into the Hutch game.
I mean, I feel like been here, done that before. It was, what was it, 6 months ago? We were into the COVID protocols again, and I guess one positive is that we've kind of done this before. It's not really a surprise. We know the protocols, we know what we have to do, and we know what we need to do to get back in playing our very best. It's always a little question mark as far as where we're going to be coming back from COVID. Couple players, but the majority of the team has been cleared and has been able to practice, so that's been good. Practices have been good, they've been focused, been good energy. So I think just from that standpoint, we'll be better than where we were last time. Last time our energy wasn't very good, our focus wasn't very good, and we didn't play our best volleyball. And so I anticipate that we'll play better tonight. We're definitely more prepared than we were the last time. Full squad would be better, but it's next person up. I'm confident in the players that are going to be out there tonight and that they can get the job done. And I think if we play well and play with the same kind of focus and energy we've had in practice this week, we'll be fine.
And talking about Hutchinson, you guys had two hitters, that really shined back in the first game. What are going to be just challenges and the expectations to shut those girls down? Obviously, they can get the ball and put it away at times, but you also know your girls can block on the net and also dig the ball.
Yeah, you're never going to shut down completely any good player. I think minimizing is the key word there, but we're not as focused on them as we are on us. We have some things that we're trying to do on our side of the net that if we're consistent, we're solid and good at those areas, then it should be back and forth, and we're capable of matching their best players and then having a little extra on our side as well. So I think it's a decent matchup. We're going to have to definitely try and be aware of those players and slow them down, but really we want to serve aggressive, get them out of system. That makes our defense a lot easier. And then work harder in between contacts than they do so that we're making good, solid contacts and looking to score our own points. I think if we minimize our errors, we look to score our own points and worry about us more than anything else, I think we'll be fine.
So, Coach, going into last season's home opener, you guys beat Hutch in over 20 years, probably one of the biggest one of the biggest notables about the team, really. You playing back at home, you saw the home atmosphere last week. It was really outstanding. Do you feel like that home atmosphere is really going to help amp up the girls tonight going into the Hutch game?
You hope so. And you want playing in front of your friends and family and home crowd should be something that fires you up a little bit. But at the same time, we have to provide our own energy. We can't go out there and expect the crowd to bring points for us. We still have to do our job. We still have to have a positive vibe and a positive energy. Not just the people that are out there, but the entire bench. So one of our focuses today will be to have a consistently high positive energy throughout the match and, harness any good plays that happen and hold on to that feeling. Kind of erase any negatives that might happen because volleyball is a game of errors and we have to be able to let go of those errors and move on to the next point very quickly. But I think when we have good, we got to move on to the next point very quickly as well. So the home crowd can definitely help us stay positive, and it should be exciting to play in front of your home crowd. It always is better that way. Crowd was great last time, but hopefully we can provide our own energy, and then the crowd can feed off of us. That would be my own personal way of doing things.
Coach, just before we let you go here, what are some of the key factors on a successful win tonight over Hutch?
I think managing our emotions is going to be a big one. We talked about the positive energy. I think we need to make sure that we're staying positive from player number 1 to player number 16 and coach 1 and coach 2. We all need to be positive and understand that mistakes are going to happen and not let those things get us down. High energy, high focus, and really just take care of the ball, understand what's available to us and go for it when it's there and take care of the ball when it's not. So I feel good. I'm excited to play this one again. I love revenge games, and this is our first opportunity to revenge game in conference tonight, so I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, Coach. Well, you got a big one on your hands tonight. Hutch obviously not going to go down without a fight. Also a close matchup in the standings as well. You and Hutch are right there neck and neck in the standings. But, Coach, good luck as always tonight, and we'll see you after the game.
Thank you so much, Dalton. We'll see you later.
Live here inside of Conestoga Arena on the campus of Garden City Community College for tonight's second home game of the season for the Garden City Community College Bronkbuster squad. This is John Ford going through the starting lineups here. Let's go ahead and get you inside of tonight's game as Garden City Community College getting ready to take on Hutchinson Community College, a team they faced only 2 weeks ago in Hutchinson, Kansas, in a game that they lost not badly to, but in a 3-0 sweep. Definitely not the way that Coach Hiltz entered that game, as we heard in the pregame interview. Definitely a big revenge game getting ready to happen here, and Coach Hiltz loves the revenge game. And we'll see how the contest, 2 girls out of the contest tonight, 2 of the bigger players for this volleyball squad for the Garden City Bronkbusters. One of your leading blockers, the leading libero, out of the game for tonight. So definitely going to be interesting to see the lineup changes in the lineup for Garden City, as Hutchinson going through their starting lineups. As they go through starting lineups for Hutchinson, number 11 of Blondie Pinaflor from Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the leading hitters on this team. She comes into tonight with 121 kills for the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Also, the number 13 of Andrea Serrano, the setter, starting setter for Hutchinson. Also, another big leading hitter for this Hutchinson squad, number 15 of Christina Head out of Lyons, Kansas. She's coming into tonight's matchup against the Bronkbusters with 104 kills on her name. So Hutchinson Community College coming into tonight's matchup, 10-7 on the season, 2-3 overall in the conference. They're 7th in the conference. Garden City's just above them in 6th. They are on a 1-game winning streak. They're 6-2 on home court. They're 0-3 on away court advantage. So definitely something to keep an eye on in tonight's broadcast. As now, ready for your starting lineups. Your starting lineups for Garden City Community College. Starting in the libero position, subbing in for Maria Duda-Kurushka this week, the number 4 of Emily Jenkins. Jenkins, a Salina native, played the libero and defensive specialist position with her twin sister. Now, from Fermo, Italy, the 5'10", number 7 of Georgia, Capoletti. Capoletti, 49th in the nation, coming into tonight's game in kills. Something to watch out for tonight. She's going to be on fire, especially her other hitter she's got with her, the number 8 of Vanya Stefanovic out of Serbia. One of the other foreign exchange students coming to play. An amazing outside hitter. She sat out against the Hutchinson game for an injury, but she's back in the game, and she says she feels better than ever. The number 10 now from Garden City of Remy Vargas, the starting setter. Ended her career last season, her freshman season, 3rd in the nation in assists. Something to watch out for tonight. Make sure she's got accurate sets. And now your starting middle blocker. One to keep an eye out for tonight, subbing in for Laren Baldowski, the number 11 of Hannah Brandt from Oshberlin, Germany. This girl can get up there and put the arms over the net. She comes into the night's game with 4 blocks, and now another Garden City native, the number 12 of Allie Mang. Allie Mang had a career best last season of 19 kills. We'll see if she can get above that. She was super close earlier this year against McCook, got up to 15. And she says she feels really good about tonight's matchup against Hutch. And finally, rounding out your starting lineups, the number 16 of Serena Degalado out of San Antonio, Texas. And that's your starting lineups for the Garden City Bronkbusters, head coach by Patrick Hiltz. And his 3rd season, Chantel Riddle, and her 1st season as the assistant head coach. And Denise Downing in her 3rd season for Hutchinson Community College, as both coaches meet mid-court. And we are in for a treat tonight. Definitely going to be one of the bigger revenge matchups we've seen all season. Fans are packed in the stands. Conestoga Arena is on fire. And Garden City looking to go 2-0 here on the home turf. Fan section is in. Cheer section is in. Fans have crowded in. Visiting volleyball squads are here from different high schools. It is a packed gymnasium here at Conestoga Arena, and this team is ready to go. Garden City coming into tonight 7-10 on the season. They've played more matches than anybody in the NJCAA. That is correct stat. They have played more matches, but it's only by one. So Garden City 7-10 coming into tonight. They're on a 1-1. They're 1-1 in conference play, 5th in the standings in the Jayhawk Conference. They're on a one-game winning streak. They're 1-0 on home. They got that win back on Friends University on a 4-1 game back last weekend on Saturday. They're 2-3 on away court and 4-7 in neutral play and 0-1 on ranked seasons. They played one ranked opponent this entire season. It was the number 1 team of Iowa Western. Garden City lost in 3 sets in that game. So Remy Vargas set to serve and start this game off. Garden City really looking to get revenge on Hutchinson in a game they thought they should have won earlier this season back in Hutch. Remind you, Garden City won their home opener last season to Hutch, and in over 20 years they have yet to beat this team, and they did it last season on their home opener. We'll see if they can do it again. Great dig there by Jenkins in the back row. Garden keeping it alive. Now an outside attack by May. She gets blocked and it drops down in the court. Hutch will take the first point. And a beautiful set pair blocked by the number 15 and 16. That dynamic duo, we'll be talking about them all night. It's Head and Harvey. So Harvey will head to the service line. Hutch taking the first point here in the first set. We go to 25. Great run serve there. Great dig in the back row by Capoletti. It'll be a tap over the net by Meng. Hutch will set it up. It'll be a free ball by Head. Vargas sets it up. Far side attack by Meng. Gets blocked up. Capoletti there to respond. Meng blocked again. In the 15 of Christina Head, being assisted by Sophie Connor there on the net. And wow, big blocks coming from Hutch. Definitely something not expected coming into the night. Hutch, a team that can block the ball really well on the net. Garden City's going to have to adjust the hitting. So Hutch up 2-0. Remy Vargas got to go into the back row for that one. Vanya Stefanovic way over the net. But Garden takes the point. It was a Hutch error. So Stefanovic will take the kill. And that's her first of the night. So Allie Meng heads to the back wall. She'll serve it over for Garden City as they finally put 1 point up on the board. Beautiful serve into the back row. Going to be a little too hard there. And Hutch will take the point. So Sophie Connor serving it off. She puts that one away. Capoletti. Vargas sets it up for Stefanovic in the back row. Hutch will keep it alive. Beautiful fake there by Head. Far side attack. Stefanovic has to back it up. Not a good swing. Hutch puts it down in the back row. And the number 11 of Pinaflor attacks once again. Her 122nd kill on the season. Capoletti, receive, she'll go and hit it. Blocked up at the net, they'll keep it alive. A far side attack now from Pinaflor. Back row attack by Meng, she'll tap it, try to throw them off. Now it'll be a back row attack
Nothing there on a swing. Now Garden City basically on a free ball. Tapped over to the net by Capoletti. They keep it alive, but Capoletti will take the point. Georgia Capoletti with the switch up there and tapped the ball over the net. Barely made it fall onto the court. Hutch couldn't get down in time. They had it popped up back into the air, but there was an under the net violation after one of the girls dove. And now Jenkins will send it over. Beautiful middle row tap there, and it's out of bounds. Too much power there coming from Harvey. Harvey with a too powerful attack, and it sends it in the back row. Garden City now clawing their way back into this. 4-3, still in favor of the Blue Dragons. Jenkins with the serve, puts it over on the far right side. Hutch with a tight set, a big block by Brandt! Hannah Brandt puts the block up on the second-hand receive from Hutch, and Hutch now getting tied up, knotted up by Garden as they making a run now. Big attack coming there from Head, and it's out of bounds. Garden City will take the lead. Garden City takes the lead on misfortunate errors by Hutch. They had the lead 3-1, and Garden City now taking control of this early in the set. Jenkins, flawless on the back row. They've been perfect serves. That one beautiful into the back row. Big attack there coming from the number 11 of Pinaflor. She's going to be a problem all night. Pinaflor now with 2 kills. Serve getting tapped up onto the net there. No one ready on the net for it on Garden's side. And Hutch will take the point on an ace. As Christina Head serving it for Hutchinson, the Lions Kansas native. That one finally goes over. Big attack there by Stefanovic, and she'll put it away. So Stefanovic will sub out. And Julie Calzanetti, the Garden City native, played with Trista Bailey and that squad all 4 seasons, now checking into the game. Calzanetti comes into the game with 29 kills on the season as a freshman. As that one gets sent over, tapped up onto the net. Garden City taking the point there. Now they take the lead, 7-6. The attack was too short, not a great setup there by the setter for Hutch. And it caused a low attack opportunity for Pinaflor. She couldn't get it over to the net. Now beautiful serve by Emma Soltz. Middle attack tapped over. Jenkins goes diving, but she barely gets the knuckles on it. And Garden City now tied up with Hutch, 7-all. So number 13 of Andrea Serrano serving it over. Serrano, a Puerto Rico native, puts that one over into the back row. Capoletti with a great dig there. Back row attack by Calzanetti. It's too far out. And not a good setup there for her. So Serrano serves it over. That one barely gracing the tape on the net. Big attack by Brandt. She gets blocked up by Pinaflor. That was a beautiful attack there by Brandt, but she just got blocked up, outpowered on the net. So 7-9, Blue Dragons lead it here inside of Conestoga Arena, the first set. Serrano, ball taps on the tape, drops in the middle of the court, no one there to get it. Jenkins wasn't going to get it from the back corner. And Garden City now on some unwanted errors, 7-10, and Hutch with the lead. Serrano staying flawless on the back row for Hutch, putting beautiful serves over with that running serve. That one finally gets tangled up in the net, and Garden City catches a break. Now someone that can put the ball away over the net when it comes to serving, and it's that number 7 right there, Georgia Capoletti. 15 service aces so far on the year. That's a lot. And a big middle attack. And Coach Hiltz is furious on the right side. Big mistake there for Garden City. And there was nothing they could do for Zoe Schmidt. She came flying in through the middle and put that one away into the back row. And Brandt, obviously not a good block from her, and Coach going to talk to her about it. And we'll take it with them here on the Blockbuster Sports Network. Garden City Trails 8-11 here on the Southwest Kansas Sports Network. Buster volleyball squad. Garden City trails 8-11 after a lot of unwanted mistakes, a bad block on the net by Brandt, and a big attack by the number 3 of Zoe Schmidt, putting that one away there just before the break. And the vert that she had on the net there, I wish we had a replay for you. We saw the replays going up on the screen during the timeout break for Garden City. But that attack from Hutch was outstanding. Garden City's definitely have to switch up the blocking and get it in check. Might be one of the reasons that we see Garden City have faults, not having their leading blocker in tonight, Laren Baldowski. Already with 31 blocks on the season, the highest of anyone in the Jayhawk Conference. So 8-12. Garden City finally with a great receive. Mang with the attack. Not good timing there. Back row tip. Solt sets it up far side. Calzanini gets blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds on Solt's receive. And Garden City with a lot of struggles here early in the game. They were looking great for a while and went on a 5-0 run. And now Hutch is finally getting in their rhythm and stopping some of these attacks. Fake middle, big attack by Mang, and it gets caught up. And Mang will take the point. Allie Mang with a beautiful attack. Gets caught up in the blockers of Hutch in between the net, and they couldn't do anything about it. And Allie Mang gets her first kill of the night. That one goes in the back right corner. They'll set it up, middle fake attack now into the back row. And Capoletti wasn't ready for it. Bad angle. 9-14, the Blue Dragons lead here in the first set. So Zoe Schmidt will serve this one over right into the back row. Beautiful receive by Capoletti. Far side attack by Calzanini. Blocked and out of bounds. So now Remy Vargas sets a serve. That one, low dropping ball. Hutch out of system. Should be an easy point for Garden City. Here comes Allie Mang with the tap. Into the gap, nowhere to go. Hutch now with the response. Big block by Serena Degalado. Degalado and Vanya Stefanovic with a beautiful setup. And a beautiful block by them two right there on the net. 11-14, Garden City trying to get back into this one again. Another great serve by Vargas. Another block, and it's going to go to Hutch this time. So 11-15, Harvey serving the ball. That one, low dropping ball. Meng sends it out into the stands. Nothing to do with it. And now 11-16, Blue Dragons trying to tail away here. That serve going into the back right. And Vargas thought it was going to go out of bounds and stayed in. So 11-17. Back row. Attack by Stefanovic. Goes in the back row and she'll take the point. It wasn't pretty, but it'll work. So Stefanovic with 3 kills on the night. And Ali Meng now onto the back row. Slide attack there from head, and she puts it away. Christina Head with the slide attack, and she put it away right there in the middle on the cross attack. 12-18, Blue Dragons lead it here in the first set. That one goes in the back row. Beautiful setup. Back behind the back. Stefanovic puts another one away. That's 4 on the night. And Stefanovic on fire. And now Emily Jenkins on the service line. That one, beautiful ball in the back row. Gets caught up. They'll keep it alive. Free ball opportunity for Garden. What will they do? Vargas sets it up. Middle tip from Capoletti. Georgia Capoletti with the switch up. That's her second of the night. Crowd enjoying what they're seeing here. Garden City not going out without a fight. 14-18. They trail by 4. Middle attack there into the back row. They keep it alive. The Jenkins twins trying to keep it alive there. And 14-19. Such a close ball right there. And now Hutch leads by 5. Far side attack from Stefanovic and it's going to go to us. The block going out of bounds. Stefanovic takes her 5th kill of the afternoon. And Garden City keeping it within 4. So Emma Schultz going to serve it away here for Garden City. That ball, back row middle, sets it up, far side attack. And Schultz puts the fingertips up, throws the ball out of bounds, and not what you want to see from your starter, excuse me, not your starting, but one of your setters rotating in. So Serrano will serve the ball over. They lead by 5. Schultz sets it up, near side attack from Calzanetti, gets caught up in the net, free ball opportunity for Garden. Schultz, middle attack by Brandt. She'll block it over to the net once again. Now the attack in the net. Garden City escaped a bad mistake there on the net by Brandt. She put it over on the second hand receive and gave Hutch another opportunity to put it away, but Hutch with the early attack put it into the net. 16-20, Hiltz's team's keeping it within 4 here on the Blue Dragons. Capoletti, beautiful serve, and it'll go to Hutch, barely out of bounds. And Hutch gonna call a timeout here. Excuse me, no they're not. So 16-21, Blue Dragons lead it. They'll set it up. Meng on the net. Puts it in the back row, off system, and they get it. Meng with her 2nd kill of the night. Ali Meng, 2 kills on the night. Capoletti leads them with 5 or excuse me, Stefanovic leads them with 5, Capoletti with 2. As now Hannah Brandt, the middle blocker, sends it over. Middle attack into the back row. Garden keeps it alive. Mang puts one down! Are you kidding me? Mang taps it over into the middle of the court, and Hutch couldn't do anything with that. They had almost 30 seconds to respond to that, and Allie Mang gets the 3rd kill of the night. Will take it with them. Garden City within 3 here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network. Back here in the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Dylan Janicek bringing you live coverage of the Garden City Bronkbuster Volleyball squad. And the Bronkbusters bringing it within 3 here, 18-21. Soltz will set it up. Mang, near side attack, goes to the back row, she'll get it down! Allie Mang! Back here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network, things are amped up. Garden City brings it within 2, all on Stefanovic's response. She's got 6 kills. Or excuse me, 7. They trail by 2, but Hutchinson match point. And Hutch takes the first set on a bad dig by Allie Mang. Will take it with him. As Hutch takes the first set, 1-0. We'll be back here on the Southwest Kansas Sports Network. Back here on the Bronxbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janicek. Great to have you along with us this evening as Hutchinson Community College taking the first set over the Bronxbusters. Barely. They win 25-22 in that first set. Garden City had a great comeback there out of their timeout. Stefanovic ended her first set with 7 kills. We'll see if she can keep that momentum going. Ali Mang also with 4 kills. And Georgia Capoletti with 2. We'll see how those girls in the night. Brandt also looking good on the net with the blocks. We'll see what the rotations change came from Coach Hiltz. As we are ready for set number 2, Garden City looking to bring it back here in the second set. Great to have you along with us this evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Would love to hear where everyone's tuning in from tonight in the comment sections. Now, near side attack by Mang, blocked up. It stays on their side, throws them out of system. Free ball. 2 free ball opportunities, one for Garden, one for Hutch. Here it comes down the pipe. And Hutch puts that one away from Harvey, and Harvey pulling the arm back. Looks like she kind of overdid it there on that swing, but still put it away in the back row. Harvey and Head, 2 of them, they're going to have to be watching all night tonight if they're going to have anything to do and win. There's a block from Harvey on the net. Now the attack from Stefanovic into the back row. They'll set it up, far side attack coming from the 4, into the back row, tipped off, and Connor puts it away. An early 2-0 run here for Hutch. That ball tapping into the net. And Garden City not looking good coming out of the first set. 3-0 run here for Hutch. That one going out of bounds. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A bad call from the line judge. Clearly out of bounds. The fans not happy with it. Coach not happy with it. And finally, Garden City gets a break off of service error from Hutch. Fans definitely letting them know who they're supporting. That one goes over. Middle attack there into the back row. No one there to save it. And Hutch in prime rotation right now, and they're letting Garden City have it. 5-1 in favor of the Blue Dragons. So Morgan Harvey puts it over into the back row. Garden City going to try to do something with it here. They give it to Mang. Mang gets blocked up out of the net, but it's out of bounds. That'll be a blocking error on Hutch. And they bring it within 3 now, 2-5, still in favor of the Blue Dragons. If you're just joining us, Hutch won the first set 25-22. There's a back row set up there, out of bounds. Garden City bringing it within on airs, coming from Hutch. 3-5, they bring it within 2. Garden City led by 4 back in the first set. That was the biggest they led. Ali Mang on the back row, all the way against the wall. That ball flying over the net. It'll be set up. Middle attack blocked up by Capoletti, and it gets caught in between her and the net. And Hutch takes it by 3 once again.
Serving for Hutchinson, number 4, Sophie Connor.
So Connor on the back row. Gonna serve it over for Hutch. So Hutch gonna go with some rotations. And now they're going to bring in the number 7 right side of Aubrey Haxton. Haxton playing out of Argonia, Kansas. Argonia, Kansas. That's where she played her high school career. She checks into the game for the first time tonight. Jenkins with the receive. Vargas sets it up. Far side attack by Stefanovic. Vanya Stefanovic with her 8th kill of the night. Comes out on the beautiful right side setup. Garden City now bringing it within 2 again. There's the serve, back right corner. They'll set it up. Beautiful fake coming on the net. And Hutch looks 10 times better than they did in the home game they had against the Bronx Busters. Beautiful fakes, beautiful spikes coming from that Hutch crew. Definitely going to be hard if you're the Bronx Busters to beat that tonight. They not saying they can't do it, but right now it's not looking promising. Big free ball going over. Big rally here. Stefanovic. Not a big receive there. Into the back row. And Hutch just coming with a lot of fire. They lead by 4. And the way it's been here in the second set, you would think Hutch is leading by more. As they put that one to the net, Coach Hiltz takes a breath. And now the substitutes coming in. Jessie Lawton from Australia, playing from Victoria, Australia. Checking in for the first time tonight. Julie Calzanetti getting back into the game. And watch this serve, folks, by Jessie Lawton. One of the most unique serves coming on a running serve. And a tip ball, that one in the back row. And she'll take the ace from it. Told you to watch out for that beautiful serve by Jessie Lawton. One of the more unique ones. We'll see if she can do it again. A beautiful running serve. One of the more unique foreign things we see. And that one going to go out of bounds this time. Fans not happy with the call. 6-9. They trail by 3. So Serrano on the service line for Hutchinson. She'll send this one over. Capoletti, Lawton, near side attack by Calzanetti, hits the wire. No good there. Chantel Riddle coming in, talking to Calzanetti about her hitting. Quick adjustment, see what happens next. 6-10 in favor of the Blue Dragons. Serrano with a run serve. Lawton's got to chase it. Near side attack by Capoletti. She'll get the kill on nothing. Capoletti with hardly a swing there, and she'll put it away. She didn't have to hardly try on that ball. 7-10. Still in favor of the Blue Dragons as Capoletti on the service line. Another good server. She's got 14 aces on the year. Middle attack there, blocked up by Brandt. They'll set it up again. Back row. Attack from Capoletti, roll shot. Serrano, big block, and it's going to go out of bounds. Tipped off of Garden.
Hutchinson. Serving for Hutchinson, number 2, Rachel Asom.
Esom on the service line now for the Blue Dragons. She'll come in with the running J curve serve. That one in the back left corner. Tight setup, middle attack by Brandt. And it's going to be 2 touch there. And Garden City will barely scave away with the point there.
Serving for Garden City, number 11, Hannah Brandt.
Hannah Brandt now on the service line, 8-11. That ball way over. And 8-12. Back row received by Jenkins. Calzanetti gets blocked by Head and Harvey. Hiltz will call the timeout as expected. 8-13, Hutch leads it here on the the Bronkbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janicek bringing you live coverage of the Bronkbuster Volleyball squad. 8-13, Blue Dragons lead it. They lead the matchup 1-0. And that ball going out of bounds there on the attack from Cal Zanetti. 8-14, Blue Dragons. Mang with a beautiful pass there. Cal Zanetti blocked again. Cal Zanetti definitely struggling. She can't get anything over to the net. Hutch is putting on a blocking clinic. It'll be a quick setup there. Over attack there. Hutch almost hurt themselves. Now they got to go on the attack. Garden ready for the receive. Back row. They'll run it. Back row attack by Capoletti. And Connor puts another one away on the roll shot. Emma's going to sub in now. Emma Soltz checking in for Jesse Lutton. Mang with the chest shot. Now she'll set it up, puts it down. Hutch almost lost that opportunity there, and it's going to be a tip on the net, and no one there to receive it. Garden with a bunch of struggles here, 8-17. And Coach Hilt's going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them as Hutch starting to tail away here, 8-17 in the second set on the Bronkbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janicek. Glad you're along with us tonight, and Connor will take the ace there. And the struggle boat continues for Garden City. They lost the first set 22-25 to Hutch in a close matchup, and now the second set going south in a big way. Free ball opportunity now for Hutch. This could be bad. Capoletti responds though, tight setup on the net. And the struggle bus continues for Garden City. 8-19, Hutch now taking it by 11. That ball going out of bounds. Great read there by Capoletti at the last second to dip that left shoulder. And Garden City, barely getting a little momentum there. 9-19, still down by 10. Garden City obviously out. 2 starters tonight. Starting libero and a starting blocker. Big attack there from the outside, and it's out of bounds. Couple misfires here from Hutch, bringing Garden City now within single digits. Puts that one to the back row. Left side attack there, and it'll go to the Blockbusters. It'll be an attacking error on Morgan Harvey. Probably the only error we've seen from her tonight. On the net, Remy Vargas in the back row. 11-19. Puts that one in the back left. Tight setup there, puts it down. Far side attack by Stefanovic. Vanya Stefanovic with her 9th kill on the in the afternoon. Garden City now trying to claw their way back. They're still down by a considerable amount. 12-19 here in the second set. Vargas puts that one in the back middle. Big attack there. Block not going to happen. And it'll roll right down to the net on Garden side. Point for Hutch. And now they've reached the 20-point mark within 5 of taking the set. Garden City trying to do anything and everything possible to bring this one back. Just a lot of errors. Near side attack by Stefanovic into the back row. Now Connor blocked up by Degalado and Meng. Stefanovic now. Not a great swing by her. Back row attack. Vargas. Middle attack by Degalado. Middle tip. Punched over the net by Stefanovic. Great rally here. Big block. Here they come. Back row attack by Capoletti. Longest rally we've seen all night. Block. Tipped up. Stefanovic into the back row. Back row attack. Out of bounds. Garden City takes that point. A big rally by the Bronkbusters. 13-20. That's the best we've seen them play all night. An incredible rally right there. And the fans ecstatic in the stands. Meng sends that one over. Connor with the attack, blocked by Degalado. Capoletti, they keep it alive somehow in the back row. And Capoletti with the kill! Georgia Capoletti! Beautiful plays coming from Garden City, playing really smart right here. And Coach Hiltz is definitely liking to see the fire back from this team. They can't do anything with this momentum right now. 14-20. They're down by 6. They still got a long ways to go if they're going to tie this game with Hutch. Hutch only within 5 of taking the second set. That one's going to hit the net. And Meng on a miscue right there. So Garden City with a big rally right there. They can't lose that momentum. Connor puts that one over. Beautiful setup here. Near side attack by Capoletti! Georgia Capoletti now says she wants a part of this game. And Tonino, you watching back in Italy, Her family should be proud watching over in Fermo tonight. Currently nighttime hours over there in Italy, or it's barely even morning right now. Georgia Capoletti with a big kill right there, putting it down on the 10-foot line off the block. 15-21, back within 6. Not sure what the confusion is there from the R2 official. Hutch will check in. The 11 of Pinaflor. So 15-21, Garden down by 6 in the second set. A big rally with big momentum, and this game feels like it's shifted. Jenkins can't do any mistakes here. Beautiful serve there. Hutch with a little out of system, back row attack. Here comes Garden. Far side attack by Stefanovic. Big tap. No one there to receive it. Hutch will take that point, 22-15.
Hutchinson serving for the Lady Blue Dragons. Number 15, Christina Head.
Tapped on the net. Garden City will set it up. Near side attack by Capoletti. She'll tip it. Hutch had a piece of it. Back row attack now, and it goes into the net.
Side out, Garden City.
So still a 6-point game. Hutch within 3 of taking the second set. Soltz will check in. Calzanetti will check in. Vargas will take a breather.
Serving for the Lady Busters. Number 3, Emma Soltz.
Middle attack, big one coming, and it's out of bounds. And Downing has seen enough. She's going to make an adjustment. We'll take it with them. Garden City bringing it within 5 now here on the Blockbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Blockbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janicek bringing you live coverage of the Blockbuster Volleyball squad this wonderful Monday night. So glad that you are tuning in to us wherever you're from. Thank you for choosing the Southwest Kansas Sports Network, watching the Garden City Athletic action tonight. 17-22. Hutch leads it here in the second set, but don't let that fool you. Garden City with a big rally and now some momentum. Big block on the net by Brandt. Garden City not happy about that one, out of bounds. And that one should have went to Garden in the first place on 4 touches. Hiltz is saying it was a tip. Or excuse me, the R1 official telling Hiltz. Timeout called by Denise Downing. 19-22. Hutch on a lot of miscues here. We'll stay here, talk about Hutch though. Hutch with a lot of miscues and a lot of misfires here. And Garden City staying flawless here out of that second timeout here. And they brought it back considerably. Had a heck of a rally just a little bit ago. Kept it alive. Stefanovic having herself a night. She's at 9 kills so far. Ali Meng with 4. Capoletti's got 5. Those 3 right there leading this team in kills and points so far tonight. Coming into tonight, though, Stefanovic, 63rd in the nation. 131 kills. Her partner in crime, Georgia Capoletti, with 143 kills coming into tonight, 49th in the nation. Both hitting considerably well, too. Capoletti with a .175 hitting percentage. Stefanovic with a .141. Right now, the top 5 in the nation are averaging about a .4 or .3. So, still a little work to go with the hitting for Garden City, but the numbers keep going up, and the trends keep going up for Garden City. Now out of the timeout, Garden City's got to be flawless here. They cannot afford any mistakes. As Ava Bear reminds Hiltz, he's got 2 timeouts left here in the match. Hutch got 1. So Emma Schultz looking to put this one over the net. No mistakes. 19-22. Puts this one over into the back row. Hutch will set it up. Tight setup down the middle. And they put that one away by Connor. No one there to receive the attack. And now Hutch within 2 of taking the second point. Or excuse me, the second set. And that's why I mentioned Garden cannot make any mistakes. Hutch is too close to take this one with ease. Serrano on the service line. This one goes over, barely hovering the net. And a miscue there by Brandt. And now Hutch within match point. 19-24. Garden City cannot make any mistakes. Hoping Hutch makes all of them. That one in the back row, and that'll do it. Second set goes to Hutch. 25-19. We'll take it with them. Get you set up for the third set. Garden City gonna have to pull off a miracle here on the Southwest Kansas Sports Network. Back inside of the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janicek bringing you coverage of tonight's volleyball matchup and a key Jayhawk Conference matchup between Garden City Community College and the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Hutch taking the first two sets, 25-22, 25-19. And Garden City's going to have to go 3-0 here if they're going to want to win this matchup. It's going to be a hard deal to do. Both teams with a lot of misfires and a lot of miscues, but Garden City more than Hutch. Hutch just putting away a lot of beautiful looking kills down the net, making it really hard. Stefanovic puts that one away, and they start off with an ace. Vanya Stefanovic puts an ace down. Garden City will start off 1-0. And that one will go into the net.
Side out Hutchinson. Serving from the Lady Dragons, number 16, Morgan Harvey.
Harvey puts that one in the back left row. Middle attack by Brandt, blocked at the net. Garden will respawn again. Back row attack by Stefanovic. Middle fake now, Connor with the attack. Bounces off the ceiling, Stefanovic, and it gets blocked up by Head. Garden City takes that one. That's Hutch now, 2-1. Vargas sets it up for Capoletti, right down the pipe in between the blockers. They save it though on the back row. Now Connor puts one away. Connor's been on fire all night for this Blue Dragon squad. And they lead 3-1. That one going into the back row, and all those girls just stared at it, not even attempting to get the ball. Miscommunication, and this one is going to go south quick if Garden City can't pull it out. Now 1-4 in favor of the Blue Dragons. Capoletti with the tap, throws Hutch off cue.
Side out Garden City. Serving from the Lady Busters, number 7, Georgia Capoletti.
Capoletti into the back left row. Middle attack there. And it'll go to Hutch.
Side out Hutchinson. Serving from the Lady Dragons, number 4, Shelby Connor.
It's 2-5. Jagels will check into the game now. Hutch leading 2-6. Jagels will get pounded in the face on that ball. And things going south quickly for the Bronkbusters. Vargas sets it up, near side attack by Jagels. Into the back row, Jagels will put it away. Jagels coming into the night with 29 kills. Hannah Brandt on the service line. Hutch leads at 7-3. That one way out of bounds. So Garden City just struggling to stay alive here against the Blue Dragons. Capoletti back row attack, way out of bounds. And Hiltz has seen enough. Hiltz looking to call a timeout. Actually, no, he will not. 3-9. Favor of the Blue Dragons. Vargas will try to throw him off on the second hand over the net. Back row, caught up by Capoletti. Jagels will try to put one away. She gets her second kill of the night, 2 in a row. Vargas with a drop ball there. Should be an easy setup for Hutch, and it is. Plan a floor, puts that one away into the back row. So 4-10, the Broncbusters trail it here, and the struggle bus continues. Serrano puts that one right to Jagels. She sets it up right into the net. She's 2 for 3 tonight. Near side attack by Stefanovic in the back row. Garden City keeping it alive. Free ball over the net. Hutch out of system. Out of bounds. Garden City barely getting away with that one. Hill saying it should have been a dead ball. After that goes, it went up into the top deck. Got caught up in the basketball goal hanging from the ceiling that they lower and raise during different events. And it rolled off top of the net. Garden City still got away with it. That ball going out of bounds. Close one there, 5-11 or 6-11. Garden City bringing it back now. And a bad block there from Capoletti. 6-12. Blue Dragons lead it by 6. Esom on the service line now for the Blue Dragons. That one barely graces the net, and Jenkins can't receive on the back row. Esom back to Jenkins in the back row. Capoletti! And he'll give it to Hutch. And now the number 1 of Taj Durham checking in. And a timeout now called by Coach Hiltz. We'll take it with him. Garden City trails 6-14 here on the Broncbuster Sports Network. Back inside the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Dalton Janisek bringing you coverage. The Bronkbuster Volleyball squad. They trail 6-14, trail the set 2-0. Just Six to 15. Garden City trying to make something happen there, and Stefanovic puts one down. Stefanovic with 10 kills so far. A former Bronkbuster on the other side of the net for Hutch. First time she's played against the Bronkbusters in her career. The number 1 of Taj Durham finally getting playing time over there on Hutch. Big block by Capoletti and Brandt. Ava Bear, the R2, talking with the table officials here to my left, figuring out the rotation. Jenkins is lined up to serve. And that is correct. So the letter serve, 8 to 15, Garden City trying to bring it back. They got a long ways to go if they're even thinking about winning this matchup between Hutch, as Hutch leads at 2-0. They just need the one last win. Back row attack. Garden City should be able to do something with it here. Stefanovic puts it into the back row. Middle tip. Middle attack by Brandt! Hannah Brandt with a big kill down the middle. But we've seen this before. Don't let it get you hyped. Garden City's came within 2 and still lost the point. That one going out of bounds. 9 to 16. Great save by Capoletti. Stefanovic! A beautiful save on the second hand receive, and Stefanovic still puts it away. Garden City within 6. Things looking good so far. They still got a long way to go. That one going out of bounds. Just a lot of errors. Good things happening from the Bronkbusters, but there's more errors than good things. And it's hard to win a matchup with a lot of errors. And we've seen them come from both sides tonight. Tight setup. Vargas will send it over. Middle attack. Jenkins was there. Back row attack by Stefanovic. Too hard. It'll go out of bounds. Hutch closer and closer to taking this all. As now 10 to 18. Johnson serving it over. Set up in the middle. Brandt will get another kill. That's her second of the night. Garden City trying to make quick and easy points here and trying to make as least mistakes as possible. Capoletti puts that one over, drops into the back row. Back row attack. Jagels blocked at the net. 11 to 19. Now Hutch within 6 points of taking the whole night. Improve their record to 11 and 7. Garden City would fall to 7 and 11 on the season. Both teams would flip places in the standings as Garden City comes into tonight. 6th in the standings, Hutch 7th. But the loss for Garden City would flip that around. Butler leads the conference right now 3-0. Barton follows. And a bad back row receive. This one, might as well just call it Garden City on the struggle bus, and they've been on it since the second half of the second set. 11-20. That one goes to the back row. Tight setup by Vargas. Jagels taps it over. Far side attack by Panaflor, and it goes into the net. But one Hutch mistake is not going to win you the game, especially if you're down 2-0 in the match. Garden City just has been off system all night. Too many mental and physical errors on the court. Brandt almost had an ace there, and she'll take an ace. 13-20. Back row, middle. Tip. Middle attack. Stefanovic blocking it out of bounds. 14-20. They bring it within 6. Brandt on the service line. And it'll be a rotation for Hutch. So Hutch with the rotation there. And they'll bring them within 5. Hannah Brandt will be set to serve it here. Garden City trails by 5 in the third set. That one's going to go out of bounds.
Serving for Hutchinson, number 15, Christina.
So Hutch leads by 6 here in the third set. They lead the matchup 2-0. Jagels, far side attack. She'll put that one away. It's her third of the night. Once again, it's a 5-point game, 16-21. Now Vargas. Back in the back row. Garden City back in prime rotation. Let's see what they can do with it. Vargas with a beautiful drop ball. Big block by Capoletti, and they'll take that point. Vanya Stefanovic, Sereno de Alado, and Downing will take the timeout for Hutch. Garden City, the closest they've been all set. They trail by 4. You're on the Bronxbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Bronxbuster Sports Network, Garden City within 4 in the third set. Now Hutch will make a lineup change. Coach gives the signal to Vargas. Vargas, one of the better servers for this Bronxbuster team. And Hilt says, let's go. 17-21, middle attack. Jenkins takes it. Stefanovic blocked on the net. They keep it alive. Now Jagels with the set over. Almost like a free ball opportunity now for Hutch. Sends it down the line. Garden keeps it alive. Stefanovic takes a kill! Vanya Stefanovic with 12 kills on the night. And Garden City bringing it within 3, 18-21. Garden City in prime rotation. Downing trying to make adjustments on the go. Now the number 24, Madison Yo, in the game for Hutch. Vargas with another beautiful serve. They're out of rotation again. Free ball opportunity now. Vargas gives it to Stefanovic into the back row. Back row attack. Vargas keeps it alive. Stefanovic puts it away. And they give it to Hutch. 18-22. That was a close ball. Stefanovic been on fire all night. Just a little bit too to the left on the line. 18-22 though. Serrano puts that one over. Jenkins. Vargas. Jagels puts it into the back row. Big block by Degalado. Serena Degalado with a big block. Now Garden City will set it up. Jagels on the far side. She puts it away. 19-22. Garden City bringing it within 3 again. McKenna Jagels heads to the service line. Jagels, and also a track star, going to be playing track in high school, playing in the college. Now Vargas sets it up. Middle attack by Degalado, and it's out of bounds, but a tip. They're saying a tip. And 19-23, Hutch within 2. Hutch looks confused coming out of here. Denise Downing asking how many timeouts she's got. See what she does here. 19-23. Hutch leads it. They lead the matchup 2-0. Garden City would have to get a win here to stay alive. Vargas sets it up. Near side, Capoletti. Back row! Garden City within 3 again. Capoletti with a big swing down the line. Puts it in the back right corner. And Jenkins on the service line. The crowd fired up. Hutchinson with 2. Big outside attack, and it's out of bounds. Garden City within the closest of the match, 2 points. They've got to win this set to keep it alive. Stefanovic has been on fire all night. Now an ace by Jenkins! Jenkins with the ace. Garden City within 1, and Downing calls the timeout. The crowd roars here in Conestoga Arena, but don't let it get too far. Hutch has been in this situation before, and they could come out of the timeout with a lot of pressure. We'll see, though. We'll take it with them, be back in 30 on the Bronxbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Bronxbuster Sports Network, Dylan Janicek bringing you live coverage of the Bronxbuster Volleyball squad. So glad you could join us here tonight on our coverage. Bringing you live coverage inside of Conestoga Arena. This crowd is fired up. Garden City down 0-2 to Hutch. They won the first 2 sets, but they're trying to bring it back. They're down with 1. And a big kill from the outside cross-court attack coming from Connor. Connor's been on fire all night for the Hutch squad, and now match point. Garden hanging on by a thread. 22-24. Jagles with a bad set in the back row, and they barely get away with that point. A bad block by Hutch. Garden City within 1. They can't let Hutch get a point here. Garden needs to take the point. Hutch takes the point, they win. Garden takes the point, we stay alive. You have to win by 2. 23-24. Stefanovic has to be absolutely perfect right here. Puts it into the back row. Hutch will set it up, middle attack. She tips it. Set up for Stefanovic. Tap, middle dive. Back row attack by Connor. It's at a bounce and we're going in overtime. 24 all here in the third set. Garden City trying to pull off the impossible. Down by 2 sets. They've came back within 8 points. Tied at 24 all here inside of Conestoga Arena. Now Stefanovic on the service line. She has to be perfect. Garden City's been mistaken all night by Ayers. And Hutch takes that point. It's still okay though. 25-24, you have to win by 2. Match point now for Hutch. One of the closest sets. Garden has to stay flawless here. Head, sends it over. Set up first, Capoletti. Now Connor with the tap over, and that'll do it. Hutch takes it. So Hutchinson will win it here in a third set thriller. And Garden City will fall to 7-11 on the season. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with our post-game interviews. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bronkbuster Volleyball on the Bronkbuster Sports Network. Back here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network, Joel Janicek, now joined by the starting libero for tonight's matchup, Emily Jenkins. Jenkins, this is an awkward setup here, so we're going to have to pass the microphone back and forth to you. Obviously not the way you guys wanted to come out tonight and play with Hutch. You had a lot of miscues on your end. I guess just start off with, what was your expectations coming into tonight? You know, Duda was out tonight, the starting libero. Just talk about your starting preparations coming into the night and just kind of how you felt the night went on your end, starting on that libero position.
So obviously Duda was out, And I kind of had just the next up mentality. That's what Coach talks about a lot is we're a unit. There's 4 of us. And he's always saying that you got to be prepared no matter what. And I was ready. I was confident, and I knew that we had that in the bag. So, yeah, I was prepared. I mean, I played it at the beginning of this season, so I'm still confident in the position. And Coach always says to believe in yourself, and I knew I had it.
So Emily Jenkins joining us here on our post-game coverage here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network. Emily, I'll let you go talk to Vanya Stefanovic here, also the leading attacker tonight. Thank you for coming on to the broadcast. You did an awesome job tonight, coming in and playing that role for Duda. We can't wait to see you Wednesday night on the broadcast. Thank you. And we'll talk to head coach now, Patrick Hiltz. Coach Hiltz, coming into tonight, we talked about just the errors on your end, some of the things that you had to change up. Also, we talked about the struggles with COVID, but that's something you know, not a new story there. Just, I guess, start off with the errors. There was a lot of just errors on the receiving side of things. You had a couple service errors that you just probably didn't want to see. And just talk about, I guess, the matchup there with Hutch.
Oh, yeah, you never want to see errors. But if you don't make any errors, then you're probably not scoring any points either. And, Vanya's serve at the end, I knew she was going to put a tough serve in and tie the game for us. And then I just, we kind of hoped she could get the next one in, and she wasn't able to do that. So, and then I made a late change at the end of that set that was maybe not the best idea in that spot, because Georgia had been doing a really good job on the outside for us. Unfortunately, we went tentative on the last point, and they gobbled it up and got us. But overall, I thought we played better than we did the last time that we played them. I think, you want to talk about errors, but I'm not so upset with our errors from a execution standpoint. And we did have some of those, but the errors that we need to talk about are the decision-making errors. And we've talked about that the last week and a half or so. Was it a decision error? Was it an execution error? And we can fix both, but we have to understand the difference. And we had way too many decision errors tonight, and that's just part of growing up. It's part of having a young team, and we got to increase our volleyball IQ and be a little bit better in our decision making. Then the execution errors will also be minimized once we make better decisions with the ball.
And Coach Oates, you were talking about just some of the execution errors. Not so many execution, just a lot of decision-making errors. You did see on the broadcast a lot of the girls would maybe go for a set. Maybe they should have went for, vice versa. Talking about some of the good highlights tonight, Vanya Stefanovic ended the night with 10 kills. Definitely, she came out to play. Jagels came in and performed when you needed her to on the outside. Capoletti was there all night. Just talk about that. The hitting so far, you said you saw a lot of good things out of that. Was the hitting tonight a lot better than it was the first time you guys went to Hutch?
Oh, definitely. Vanya was on fire pretty much from the word go. I think we probably needed to use her a little bit more, get her the ball more. When somebody's hot, you got to keep feeding them. And we didn't do that maybe enough. Our serve receive wasn't probably up to par enough for us to take advantage of the matchups that we had and the hot hitters that we had. I thought we should have used Hannah more. I don't think we used Hannah enough. She can be somebody that goes off for us in the middle. Again, we got to pass to be able to do that. Georgia looked good. Kenna did do a nice job coming off the bench and making some plays for us. So we got to be a little bit better, and you see it in the scores. They got to 20, and then we would come roaring back, and it was almost like we relaxed once they got to 20, and all of a sudden started doing good things, putting pressure on them. They make errors, so we just got to be a little bit stronger mentally. I think we had some good things going. I guess, like you said, Vanya was good, Georgia was good, Kenna was good. I think we could have used Hannah more. I thought Sid did a good job in her spot. Emily coming in and being the libero in a backup role, I thought she did fine. A lot of good things, but not enough of making plays and making the right decisions at the right time. So plenty to build on, definitely better than last time. Discouraging to lose, but we'll be better. We'll be better on Wednesday.
Correction there with Stefanovic. She actually ended the night with 13 kills. Coach, you guys, quick turnaround Wednesday. You guys played Colby. Colby definitely got a lot better. on the off season. They got a lot of recruits, another outside hitter that's been putting it away. They got some blockers. Talk about, I guess, the preparation for Colby. You were talking to me a little bit in the locker room, just a little bit, or not the locker room, but in your office about some of their scouting. What's that matchup going to look like? Obviously, it's going to be a little bit tougher than Hutch, I would think.
I mean, every night in the KJ is a tough night. Every team can play well, and I think we've proved that the last couple of years that I've been here. We've been able to knock somebody off that I guess if you're a casual fan, technically we weren't supposed to. And Butler's playing fantastic. Colby's been playing well. If you judge Colby by their record, you're sorely mistaken, because their losses are to some of the top 10 teams in the country, and they've even beaten some of the best teams in the country. So we're definitely going to have to be better. There's a couple things that we can see and try and exploit and take advantage of, but it's still going to come back to our side of the court, making good decisions, being smart volleyball players, playing with a little bit even more energy. I think a little bit more positive energy on the court would have helped us a little bit tonight. We had some lulls where we weren't really high up in our energy. Our crowd was fantastic. Our crowd was absolutely amazing. I love it when we get people in here that are yelling and screaming. They were just great, and we needed to give them a few more opportunities to yell and scream, but every time that we gave them an opportunity, they were there. So the crowd was fantastic. I hope we get the same thing on Wednesday night. That would be great. I know the girls like it, and it sure makes for a great atmosphere in here. So anybody listening that wasn't here can come on Wednesday and add to the crowd on Wednesday. That'd be great.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time in the post game as well. We appreciate everything you're doing here for the stream and giving us some audio time. So, Coach, thank you so much. We'll see you Wednesday. And now we're going to talk to the star of the show. I know it wasn't a great matchup, but you still put on a heck of a clinic. You want to hear your final number? 13 kills tonight in your second home opener. First off, for anyone that's not met you yet, so we're trying to do this with every home game, try to get it, all the foreign players and all the new names in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Belgrade, Serbia. Why, I guess anyone would ask, why Garden City Community College? Why Kansas, first off? And then just second off, recap your night, how you felt you did.
So why Garden City? I think because I thought that it would be the best fit for me, and it ends up being the best fit for me, and I found myself here, and I think that I'm doing way much better than I did in Serbia. And for this game and this night, I think we fought really good, and there was a bit of lack of focus in some parts, but I think we should get out of this court proud, because we fought good, and just we can see the mistakes we had and fix them, and just clear up our minds for our next game, which is really important, and also home game, so we have to get ready for that.
And Vanya sat out. You sat out earlier, actually 2 weeks ago, for the leg injury. I guess before that, you came into the night 63rd in the nation on kills. Capoletti capped you over that just a little bit as you sat out those games. Definitely, you'll bring it back in after tonight's game with the 13 kills. Do the stats really matter to you, or is it more of just I need to go out here and do my job the best I can do it and let the numbers show themselves?
Well, of course, I look at the stats because I can. We didn't have the opportunity to look at our stats in Serbia, so that is helpful. But honestly, before every game, I'm just my mindset is just to go out and play as hard as I can and be the best version of myself that I can be, and just go with the flow.
Alrighty, Vanya Stefanovic joining us here on the Bronkbuster post-game show. Vanya, it was really fun to watch you tonight. You were on fire. Unfortunately, just barely missed it. A lot of errors on Garden City's end. But don't let that fool any of the audience members. You guys are going to be back in action with Colby. That'll be a fun game. So good job tonight and good luck. Wednesday, we'll see you then. Thank you for joining the broadcast. Vanya Stefanovic, the outside hitter for Garden City. And that's going to wrap up our coverage tonight here on the Bronkbuster Sports Network. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, joining along. Tonight, Garden City falls 3-0 to the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. And we will sign off. So, from Conestoga Arena, this is Dalton Janicek saying so long and good night. You've been watching Bronc Buster Volleyball on the Southwest Kansas